Most cruisers have no idea how easily they're being tricked into wasting money, from overpriced drink packages and sneaky spa deals to those so-called exclusive onboard discounts that end up costing you more than you think. Cruise lines are masters at making you feel like you're getting luxury value while silently draining your wallet at every turn. But not anymore. In this video, I'm revealing the 25 most outrageous cruise money mistakes that travelers make and how to avoid every single one of them. These are the same traps that have cost real cruisers hundreds, even thousands of dollars. And the worst part? Most people never realize it until it's too late. So if you're planning a cruise soon, stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to cruise smarter, spend less, and enjoy more. Don't forget to hit that like button, share your own cruise money horror stories in the comments, and subscribe so you never fall for these expensive mistakes again. All right, let's kick things off. Starting at number 25, and trust me, number 1 is a mistake even veteran cruisers still make. Number 25, paying full price for specialty dining. If you've ever booked a fancy steakhouse dinner on board, chances are you've already made this mistake. Cruise lines love when you walk on board and book a fancy steakhouse dinner at full price, because that's when you're paying the absolute most for it. What most people don't realize is that those same specialty restaurants often have early bird discounts if you book before your cruise online through your planner. We're talking 20% or more off just for clicking a few buttons before you sail. And here's another insider trick. If you know you'll want more than one special night out, don't book them separately. Go for a bundle or multi-restaurant package. 2 or 3 dinners together can save you the cost of an entire entree. But if you're already on board and forgot to book in advance, don't worry. Head to the restaurant desk on day 1 because many ships quietly offer first-day specials. They'd rather fill tables early than leave them empty, and that means a better deal for you. Bottom line, never pay menu price for your specialty dining. Plan it, bundle it, or grab that day 1 deal, because that same filet mignon tastes even better when you know you saved $40 on it. Number 24, forgetting to put your phone on airplane mode. This is one of the most expensive mistakes cruisers make, and it happens every single day. You board the ship, start snapping pictures, maybe check a text or two, and before you know it, your phone has connected to a maritime satellite network that charges by the megabyte. I've heard from cruisers who came home to roaming bills of $300, $800, even over $1,500, all because they forgot one simple switch. And the worst part? You won't even know it's happening until it's too late. The fix couldn't be easier. Before the ship leaves port, turn on airplane mode and keep it on for the entire cruise. Then reconnect to the ship's Wi-Fi network if you need to message or post. That way you're completely safe from roaming fees. Some carriers like AT&T, Verizon, and certain eSIM services now offer cruise-specific plans, but unless you've confirmed it directly with your provider, don't take the risk. So remember, before that sail away horn blows, flip that switch to airplane mode and save yourself from a shockingly high phone bill waiting at home.
Number 23, ignoring prepaid gratuities. Ignoring prepaid gratuities might not sound like a big deal, but it can quietly cost you more than you think. Here's what most cruisers don't realize. Cruise lines have been increasing gratuity rates multiple times a year, sometimes without much warning. So if you don't lock yours in early, you could easily end up paying several dollars more per person, per day, and that adds up fast, especially for longer cruises or families. When you prepay your gratuities before sailing, you're not only budgeting smarter, you're also locking in the lower rate. Plus, it saves you from seeing that extra charge appear on your onboard account mid-cruise. Some people think it's better to just pay at the end so they can control tipping. But prepaid gratuities don't take away from rewarding great service. You can still tip extra in cash if someone goes above and beyond. So, if you've already booked your cruise, take a minute to prepay your tips now. It's one of those small moves that protects your wallet and saves you from any unpleasant surprises later. Number 22, not bringing allowed drinks or snacks. This one surprises a lot of first-time cruisers, not bringing the drinks or snacks you're actually allowed to bring on board. Most major cruise lines let each adult bring 1 bottle of wine or champagne on embarkation day, and some even allow a few cans of soda or juice. Yet tons of people skip it and end up paying bar prices for the exact same drink once they're on board. And it's not just about drinks. Snack foods count too. Chips, candy, granola bars, or even a few protein snacks for shore excursions can make a big difference. Those same items are sold on the ship, but at sky-high prices. Just make sure everything you pack is sealed and non-perishable, and check your cruise line's policy in advance. Every brand has slightly different rules. A little planning goes a long way here. Bring what you can from home, and you'll save enough cash for an extra cocktail or two once you're at sea. Number 21. Falling for exclusive onboard sales. Cruise lines are masters at creating urgency. You'll see banners shouting, "One day only," or "Exclusive at-sea prices" for jewelry, perfumes, art, or duty-free goods. But here's the truth. Most of those specials are the same prices you'll find online, sometimes even higher. These aren't once-in-a-lifetime deals. They're just smart marketing designed to make you spend while you're relaxed and on vacation. Before you buy anything on board, take a quick photo of the product and check the price later on Amazon or at a local store when you're in port. You'll be amazed at how often that discounted watch or fragrance actually costs less on land. The rule is simple. If you wouldn't rush to buy it at home, don't fall for it at sea. Save that money for experiences, not impulse purchases wrapped in the word exclusive.
Number 20. Not knowing what's already included. One of the easiest ways to waste money on a cruise is paying for things that are already included in your fare. Cruise lines are experts at selling upgrades that you don't actually need, from basic fitness classes to shows, drinks, or casual dining that's already covered. Before you pull out your card, check what's free first. Most ships include main dining rooms, buffets, room service breakfast, gyms, pools, and daily entertainment at no extra cost. The trick is knowing the difference between what's included and what's a paid add-on. A little research before you sail can save you from unnecessary charges and make your cruise feel way more luxurious without spending $1 extra. Number 19. Buying toiletries or medicine on board. Forgetting your basics and buying them on the ship is one of the easiest ways to throw money away. Cruise lines charge outrageous prices for everyday items. Think $20 for a small bottle of sunscreen or $25 for motion sickness pills you can buy at home for a few bucks. Even simple things like aloe vera, pain relievers, or lip balm are heavily marked up once you're on board. Pack smart before you leave. Bring sunscreen, basic medication, travel-sized first aid essentials, and anything you use regularly. It takes up barely any space in your luggage and can save you a surprising amount over the course of your cruise. Number 18. Paying for the thermal spa and using it once. The thermal spa looks tempting. Heated loungers, steam rooms, and ocean views, but it's one of the easiest ways to waste money if you're not actually going to use it. A week-long pass can cost $200 to $300 per person, and most travelers end up visiting once or twice before deciding they're too busy with excursions or pool days. If your cruise has a port every day, chances are you'll barely have time to enjoy it. Instead of buying a full pass, wait until you're on board and see if you can grab a day pass or a discounted deal mid-cruise. It's the same relaxation without paying for 6 extra days you'll never use.
Number 17. Over-tipping or double-tipping. Here's a sneaky one. Over-tipping or double-tipping without realizing it.
Most cruisers want to show appreciation for great service, but cruise lines already add a gratuity or service charge of around 18 to 20% to nearly every purchase. Drinks, spa services, specialty dining, you name it. When you see that little blank tip line on the receipt, it's easy to add more, not realizing you've already tipped once. The crew absolutely deserves to be recognized, but tipping twice by accident helps no one except the cruise line's accounting team. Before you sign, check your bill. If a service charge is listed, you're already covered. If you do want to give a little extra, hand over a few dollars in cash directly. It ensures the person who served you actually gets it, instead of it being pooled or split behind the scenes. Being generous is great, but being smart about it means your gratitude goes exactly where you intend, and your budget stays intact for the rest of the trip. Number 16. Booking non-refundable deposits. Here's a trap that catches even experienced cruisers: booking a non-refundable deposit fare without noticing the fine print. Cruise lines love to tempt you with a slightly lower special rate, but that discount usually comes with zero flexibility. If your plans change, you get sick, or you simply want to switch dates, that money is gone. And the worst part? Many travelers don't find out until they try to cancel months later. Before you book, always read the fare details carefully. If you're planning a trip a year or more in advance, a refundable deposit can be worth the small extra cost because it protects your money and gives you room to adjust later. The cheap upfront deal often ends up being the most expensive one once life happens, so think twice before clicking non-refundable. Number 15. Booking cheap cruises. The biggest mistake of all is chasing the cheapest cruise fare and ignoring what you're actually getting for your money. Cruise lines use low headline prices to grab attention, but once you're on board, every extra Wi-Fi, drinks, gratuities, room service, specialty dining, you name it, costs extra. By the time you've added it all up, your so-called bargain deal can end up costing more than a higher-end cruise that included those things from the start. Instead of asking, "What's the cheapest cruise I can find?" ask, "What's the best value for what I want?" Compare what each fare includes, from amenities to cabin type, and look at the total cost, not just the base price. Sometimes paying a bit more upfront gets you better food, service, and perks that make the trip feel effortless. Remember, the cheapest cruise isn't always the smartest choice. The best one is the cruise that gives you the most for your money without surprise charges waiting at the end.
Number 14. Falling for tourist trap restaurants in port. Every cruiser dreams of tasting authentic local food in port, but that dream can turn into one of the easiest ways to waste money. Tourist trap restaurants are everywhere near cruise terminals. You'll spot them by the big signs with glossy photos, waiters waving you in from the street, and menus that look suspiciously identical to the one next door. The food often comes straight from the freezer, the prices are inflated, and you walk away thinking, "I just paid $20 for pizza that tasted like it came from a vending machine." The better move? Do a little research before you sail. Look up a few well-reviewed local spots. Ask crew members where they eat, or walk a few streets away from the main tourist zone. Prices drop fast once you're out of the cruise bubble. And always check if a service charge is already added to your bill, since some restaurants sneak it in. Exploring local cuisine should be one of the highlights of your trip, not a regret. Don't let the first flashy restaurant you see turn your lunch stop into a lesson in overpaying. Number 13. Forgetting to bring cash for taxis, tips, and emergencies. Cruisers often think they'll never need cash because everything on board runs on a card. But once you step off the ship, reality hits fast. Local taxis, beach vendors, and small shops in many ports still deal strictly in cash, and some don't have change for large bills. If you only carry cards or $50 notes, you'll either overpay or miss out on little conveniences like bottled water, snacks, or quick souvenirs. Keeping a stash of small bills, $1s, $5s, and $10, makes life so much easier. It also helps when tipping porters, drivers, or tour guides who go the extra mile. And remember, having a bit of cash tucked away for emergencies like lost cards or temporary power outages can save the day. It's a simple detail that can make your port days smoother, cheaper, and far less stressful. Number 12. Using the ship's ATM. Using the ship's ATM might seem convenient, but it's one of the biggest money drains on board. The fees are brutal, often $6 to $10 per transaction, sometimes more depending on your bank. And that's before foreign exchange or international withdrawal charges hit your account later. On top of that, cruise ship ATMs occasionally run out of cash mid-sailing, forcing you to make multiple smaller withdrawals, which means even more fees. The smarter move? Plan ahead. Bring the cash you think you'll need for ports, tips, and small purchases before you board. If you run low, use an ATM at a local bank in port, not on the ship. They usually have lower fees and better exchange rates. A little prep before you sail can easily save you enough money for an excursion or a fancy dinner instead of throwing it away on ATM fees.
Number 11. Forgetting to check your onboard account. This one's easy to overlook, but can lead to nasty surprises. Not checking your onboard account during the cruise. Every drink, spa visit, Wi-Fi upgrade, or souvenir gets charged to your cabin card, and mistakes happen more often than you'd think. Sometimes a double charge slips through, or you get billed for something you never bought, like a missing towel fee or an activity you canceled. If you wait until disembarkation day to look, it's usually too late to fix. Instead, get into the habit of checking your account every couple of days using the cruise app or the guest services kiosk. Spot an error? Bring it up right away. They'll usually remove it on the spot. Keeping an eye on your balance helps you stay in control, avoid arguments at the end of the trip, and walk off the ship with zero surprises and zero regrets. Number 10. Ignoring cruise insurance. Skipping travel insurance might feel like a smart way to save a few extra bucks, but it's one of the riskiest mistakes you can make on a cruise. If your flight to the port gets canceled, your luggage goes missing, or you end up needing medical care at sea, the out-of-pocket costs can be massive. We're talking thousands of dollars. Many people assume their regular health or credit card insurance covers them, but most don't once you're in international waters. The right policy can cover trip delays, medical emergencies, evacuations, and even missed port connections. It's not the most exciting thing to spend on, but it's the one purchase that could save your entire vacation and your wallet. Think of cruise insurance as your safety net. You'll be glad you have it if things go sideways. Number 9. Forgetting to check for price drops before final payment. Cruise prices fluctuate all the time, and sometimes they dip by hundreds of dollars per person after you book. The cruise line won't tell you when that happens. You have to check for yourself. If you spot a lower fare before your final payment, most lines will adjust your price or offer onboard credit, but only if you ask. It takes 5 minutes to look it up on the cruise line's website or call your travel agent, and it can save you a serious chunk of money. Some travel agencies even monitor price changes for you and automatically refare your booking when the rate drops. Don't assume the price you booked is locked forever. A quick check before your deadline could buy you an upgrade, extra spending money, or even a free excursion.
Number 8. Falling for future cruise deposit traps. Future cruise deposits sound like a great deal. Book your next trip while you're still on board and get exclusive perks or onboard credit. But here's the catch. Many of these deposits are non-refundable or come with expiration dates that cruisers forget about. Some lines give you 2 years to use them, others less, and if you don't book within that window, that money's gone. Cruise lines count on you forgetting. It's free profit for them. Before you hand over your card, read the fine print. Is it refundable? When does it expire, and can it be transferred? If you're a frequent cruiser and know you'll sail again soon, it can be a smart move. But if you're not sure when your next vacation will be, skip it. The deal isn't worth it if it turns into $200 of unused credit sitting in the cruise line's pocket. Number 7. Buying the drink package without doing the math. The drink package is one of the most common upsells on any cruise, and one of the easiest ways to overspend. Cruise lines make it sound like a no-brainer. Unlimited cocktails, coffee, and soda for one daily price. But here's the thing, unless you're drinking a lot every day, it rarely works out in your favor. Most packages cost around $60 to $90 per person per day, and you're charged for every adult in the cabin. To break even, you'd have to order 6 to 8 alcoholic drinks every single day, and that's not counting days when you're off the ship or just not in the mood. Before buying, ask yourself, how much will I really drink? Would a few a la carte drinks and a refillable water bottle cost less? For many cruisers, the math just doesn't add up. Unless you know you'll use it to the max, skip the package and buy what you actually want. Your wallet and your liver will both thank you. Number 6. Not comparing shore excursion prices. Booking every shore excursion directly through the cruise line might feel safer, but it can also be one of the biggest ways to overspend. Cruise lines often charge a hefty markup for convenience, sometimes 30 to 50% more than what independent operators charge for the exact same tour. Local companies offer smaller groups, more flexible schedules, and lower prices. Yet most travelers don't even check before booking. The key is to research ahead. Look at reputable third-party sites, compare ratings, and make sure excursions come with a back-to-ship guarantee. You'll usually pay less and have a more personal experience. And remember, not every port even needs an excursion. Some have beaches, shopping areas, or landmarks just a short walk away. Paying cruise line prices for something you could have done yourself for free? That's the kind of mistake smart travelers skip entirely.
Number 5, not bringing reusable water bottles. Cruise ships charge for bottled water unless it's part of a drink package, and those bottles add up fast. What most cruisers don't realize is that the ship's tap water is completely safe, filtered, and perfectly drinkable. All you need is a good reusable water bottle to fill up throughout the day. Bring one for each person in your cabin, and you'll stay hydrated without spending a dime. It's especially handy when you're heading off the ship for excursions or lounging on deck. Just fill it before you go. Some ships even have refill stations designed for this exact reason. Save your money, save the plastic, and still stay refreshed, all by bringing one simple thing from home. Number 4, ignoring loyalty perks and status matches. Cruise lines reward loyalty, but so many passengers leave money on the table by not taking advantage of their perks. Once you've sailed with a cruise line, you're automatically part of their loyalty program, and even at the lowest tier, you can unlock discounts, free laundry, priority boarding, drink coupons, or exclusive events. The mistake? People either forget to register or they switch cruise lines without checking for status match programs. Lines like MSC and Virgin Voyages will often match your loyalty status from another brand, meaning you get instant perks without starting over. These benefits can save you real money, especially on extras like Wi-Fi or specialty coffees. So before you book your next sailing, log in, check your loyalty number, and see what you've earned. You might already qualify for free perks that others are paying full price for. Number 3, overspending in the casino or bingo. Casinos and bingo nights are meant to be fun, but they're also one of the fastest ways to blow through your onboard budget. Cruise lines design these spaces to keep you playing. Bright lights, exciting sounds, and free play offers that make it feel like you're winning even when you're not. The reality? The house always wins, especially at sea. Many passengers end up spending far more than they planned, chasing wins that never come. If you enjoy the casino, set a strict limit before you start, and once it's gone, walk away. No just one more spin mentality. Treat it like entertainment, not an investment. The same goes for bingo. It can be fun, but those cards add up quickly, and the odds of hitting a big jackpot are tiny. A little play money is fine, but don't let a few minutes of excitement eat into the cash you could have used for an unforgettable shore excursion or a fancy dinner instead.
Number 2, falling for port scams and tourist tricks. Every popular cruise port has a few scams waiting for unsuspecting visitors, and even experienced travelers fall for them. You'll see stores advertising exclusive local deals that turn out to be overpriced souvenirs or fake designer items. Some vendors pull the classic switcheroo, swapping the product you chose for a cheaper one when they bag it. Others invite you to take a free photo with an animal or street performer, then demand cash afterward. And if you only have large bills, good luck getting change. The best defense is simple. Be alert, keep your money in small bills, and don't be afraid to walk away if something feels off. Stick to reputable shops or recommendations from your cruise line or guides. Cruise ports are full of amazing, authentic experiences. Just make sure your money goes to the right ones, not into the hands of a scam artist. Number 1, not setting a realistic cruise budget. The biggest mistake cruisers make isn't about booking or tipping. It's not setting a realistic budget before the cruise even begins. Most people focus only on the base fare and forget everything that comes after. Gratuities, excursions, drinks, Wi-Fi, souvenirs, and transportation to and from the port. Then halfway through the trip, they're checking their account balance in shock. A smart cruiser plans for everything. The onboard extras, the shopping temptations, even those little treat-yourself moments that add up fast. Set aside a clear daily spending limit and stick to it. Track your onboard account every couple of days so you know exactly where you stand. Cruising is supposed to feel carefree, not financially stressful. Plan your budget early, Know what you're comfortable spending, and you'll walk off the ship with amazing memories, not a maxed-out credit card. Bonus tip. Right after boarding, cruise lines quietly roll out some of their best limited-time discounts, but most people are too busy exploring the ship to notice. You'll often find markdowns on spa treatments, specialty dining, Wi-Fi packages, and even excursion bookings during the first few hours on board. Once the ship sails, those same prices usually jump back up. Before heading to the pool or buffet, take 10 minutes to walk through the ship's daily offers or check the cruise app. A quick look on embarkation day can easily save you $50, $100, or more dollars before your vacation even starts.
Wallet faster than a tropical storm hits the buffet line.
The truth is, cruising doesn't have to be expensive. You just need to know where the hidden traps are and how to dodge them. Now you do. Before you click away, tell me in the comments which of these mistakes you've made or seen other cruisers make. I'd love to know which one surprised you the most. And if you found this video helpful, give it a big thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss the next round of insider cruise hacks, travel tips, and budget-saving tricks. Thanks for watching, safe travels, and as always, cruise smart, spend wisely, and I'll see you in the next one.